But if you guys take a look at the stands, all the seats, even the courtside seats, are empty.
You wouldn't believe how much the latest playoff ratings have already dropped after they were formally released. A.A. Wilson was just eliminated from the playoffs. And guess what? Fans are refusing to watch the WNBA because Caitlyn isn't playing, which isn't engaging or fun, which is why the ratings have already dropped by an astounding 50%.
Really? Caitlin Clark is the golden goose?
The WNBA is in a crisis since attendance is dropping after every game, and even when A.A. Wilson, the league's only true star, was playing, she was unable to draw fans. Only DJ Carrington and Alyssa Thomas remained.
I understand Caitlin Clark is a superstar in the making, okay? I understand she's arguably a generational talent. I get all of that. But to put something like this up and to just sit there and say that she's the reason why the WNBA ratings are what they are is straight up.
With A. Wilson playing and Caitlin Clark playing, the WNBA calculates over 1 million viewers. But now that the MVP and Rookie of the Year are gone, the league is in utter chaos.
Only the aces sell out every game. They got 4 Olympians. They got Asia Wilson, unanimous MVP. They got Kelsey Plum, who was the #1 overall pick. Jackie Young was on the Olympic team. Chelsea Gray was on the Olympic team. I don't get it.
When you don't safeguard your finest player, this is what occurs. The WNBA is hurting and no one is watching. The league has been struggling to keep its momentum since Caitlyn was poked, pushed, and shoved in every game. No decisions were made, and even during the playoffs, Caitlyn got a black eye. Since then, the WNBA has experienced a viewership crisis that many in the league didn't anticipate or perhaps chose to ignore. Clark's elimination from the race wasn't just any loss for the WNBA. Rather, it was a major turning point that demonstrated how important Clark's presence has been to the league.
All the women that have been calling for the equality, and now that there is the chance for them to start getting paid more because the exposure's up. Because it's her, you have people like, what's her name, Jamelia Hill or what? I can't stand her. Yeah. You got these women who are coming on here and they're saying it's because she's...
Not only is Clark a rising star, but she is also a fan favorite who goes beyond the game. Her play, charisma, and ability to attract fans from all over the world have made her the focal point of the WNBA's most watched games. Now that she is gone, the numbers speak for themselves. The league was rocked by the Fever's elimination, and ratings have fallen ever since. What was once expected to be a banner year for the league has become a sobering reminder of just how much the Caitlin Clark effect had fueled their success. According to early reports, viewership was low immediately following Clark's departure, with subsequent games seeing even steeper declines as the playoffs went on.
There's a reason 12 million people are watching ESPN for a game. If that game was on CBS, they probably would have had 25, 30 million people watching that game.
Perhaps the NBA's reliance on Caitlin Clark was unavoidable because of her talent and charisma, which made her an immediate phenomenon as soon as she took the floor. When the Indiana Fever played on the road, Clark's fans frequently packed the stands, drowning out home team fans and making every away game feel more like a home court advantage. Clark brought a huge surge of interest to the team, making them the most watched team in the league.
Every single time that they were on the road, you even had Dallas Wings players saying, like, it kind of sucks seeing so many Indiana Fever in 2020 or 22 jerseys in the stands, but it's also cool to see a lot of people in the stands. Like, Indiana Fever was turning away games into home games, and so it's kind of sad that through all of that, Caitlyn was still advocating for players on the other team to get bonuses because she saw the kind of money and eyeballs and viewership that all of this was generating.
Fans watched her every move, whether she was making three-pointers from a distance or planning fast break moves with perfect accuracy, as her influence on the WNBA has been unparalleled. Her dynamic playstyle has never been seen in the league before, and it has been compared to some of the NBA's most marketable players. It is truly amazing how Clark has been able to draw in a new generation of young basketball fans who might not have previously been interested in the WNBA. She has connected casual viewers and die-hard fans, building a fan base that goes beyond conventional fan bases and making her one of the sport's most sought-after athletes.
One of the playoffs, the Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
Since Clark left the WNBA, there has been a noticeable decline in the excitement and energy that surrounded the league during the regular season. Fans who had grown accustomed to seeing her light up the court are now less interested in the playoff games because no other player can match her special blend of star power and fan appeal.
She's the only one that I've seen other than Steph Curry that can do that. She's incredible. She's the best player to watch. I've said this all year. She's the best player to watch play basketball, playing basketball, other than Steph Curry.
However, throughout the season, the WNBA made a significant mistake by failing to recognize Caitlin Clark's increasing influence. The league seemed slow to accept her as the star she had become, treating her with the same old guard mentality that has caused the WNBA problems in the past. Rather than acknowledging that Clark was more than just another rookie, the league seemed to minimize the excitement surrounding her.
Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player.
To exacerbate the situation, fans are furious that the WNBA chose to keep the voting process anonymous because they believe Clark was denied what was rightfully hers. Transparency, especially when it comes to award voting, is essential to preserving credibility, and the WNBA's choice to keep the process private has only made fans more irate. Many people think that the league intentionally took this action to shield Clark's fanbase from any more criticism or retribution, but in reality, it has caused a commotion among her followers.
Ever since, Angel Reese had that injury, to me, and also coming off of Olympic break, Caitlin Clark separated herself. Yeah. She should have been unanimous. Now, to celebrate her, one thing that people forget is as a rookie, she was the most blitzed player in the WNBA, and she still put up 19, 5, and 8 assists.
And 8 helpers. There is now a rift between the WNBA and its fanbase as a result of the decision to not name Clark the 6th unanimous Rookie of the Year in league history. Many fans are furious, accusing the league of failing to give Clark the recognition she deserves and are demanding explanations for how the voting process went.
Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929.
Many fans and analysts believe that Clark's exclusion from such an accolade, particularly given the impact she has had on the league, reflects a larger problem that the WNBA is resistant to change and unwilling to elevate its brightest young stars in the same way that other sports leagues do. The controversy surrounding the Rookie of the Year vote has turned into a focal point for broader frustrations with how the WNBA has handled Clark's ascent. Supporters of Clark believe that the league's unwillingness to recognize her influence is a direct slap in the face, and the subsequent decline in viewership only serves to confirm their worries. If the WNBA is unable to appropriately honor its most promising new talent, what chance does it have of retaining new fans?
WNBA has been a mess this year. It has been so unprofessional, and they need to step it up, and they need to step it up quick, and they also need to, I don't know if an apology is warranted to Caitlin Clark, or they just need to, in general, do better.
A.A. Wilson's annoyances reflect a broader problem in the WNBA, which has always had difficulty becoming part of popular sports culture, much like the NBA or even women's college basketball. Wilson, despite being some of the greatest names in the game for years, Breanna Stewart and Diana Taurasi haven't been able to generate the same kind of engagement as Clark has in such a short amount of time. Many are worried about the NBA's future because of its hesitancy to fully embrace her star power. If the league can't figure out how to leverage this kind of generational talent, it might potentially impede its own development. This mishandling of Clark's increasing popularity could very well be a lost chance that the league looks back on with regret, rather than launching the WNBA to new heights. Clark is not simply another good player. She signals a huge shift in how fans consume the sport. Many have questioned if the league can actually change as a result of the reluctance to fully embrace Clark's stardom.
This draft class, 2024, led by Caitlin Clark. It's going to be one. It's going to be one. They're going to remember this.
Oh, yeah.
And these salaries, these women salaries.
It's going to continue to go up.
In addition to her impact on the court, Clark has single-handedly attracted new fans to the WNBA, making this season the most watched in the league's history. Her highlight reel plays, long-range shooting, and fierce competitiveness have attracted fans who might not have otherwise paid attention to a WNBA game beyond a basketball player. Caitlin Clark is now regarded as a cultural phenomenon who goes beyond sports.
just an amazing passer.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most creative passers I've ever seen, along with the Magic Johnson, that type of passer. She makes long, short pass, bounce pass. I mean, incredible passes. And her teammates have been really good. They catch them and they finish. I mean, they've done a really good job with her.
Clark has become a symbol of excitement in women's basketball, and the league's failure to acknowledge this has not only alienated her enormous fan base but also harmed its own growth prospects as the playoffs continue. Without Clark, the WNBA finds itself in a precarious position. The decline in viewership is not just a temporary problem. It could have long-term effects on the league's overall popularity. Her appeal extends beyond traditional basketball fandom. She has drawn in new audiences from all over the world. The WNBA is struggling to figure out how they lost the momentum they had built throughout the season as ratings continue to plummet. With every game that goes by, the Caitlin Clark effect becomes more noticeable, as fans who once watched religiously start to lose interest, and even A.A. Wilson's celebrity hasn't been sufficient to halt the damage. The WNBA must now face the reality of its choices and the repercussions of not fully appreciating what Clark brought to the table. Wilson and other players have tried their best to keep the league relevant in Clark's absence, but the void left by her departure has proven too big to fill.